Riots, soldiers, federal troops, and a presidential intervention, all for 9 teenage students. In 1957, after a ruling by the Supreme Court calling for the desegregation of all schools, a group of teenage African-American students enrolled in an all-white Little Rock Central High School. Their presence sparked fierce opposition from those wanting segregation between white and African-Americans. The Arkansas National Guard blockaded the school, only to be ordered by the president to stand down. When the students were secretly ushered into the school, riots broke out between the protesters and the heavily outnumbered police. The next day, the 101st Airborne Division was sent by President Eisenhower to protect the 9. That very same year, Congress passed the first Civil Rights Act, and 2 years later, Little Rock Central High School finally reopened its doors to both white and African-American students. It not only mobilized the nation to ensure that access to a quality education was granted to all Americans, but ultimately helped to define the civil rights movement.
For the Common Core State Standards, the students will be covering the following reading standards. They will cite textual analysis to support analysis of what the text says explicitly, as well as inferences drawn from the text. They will also analyze in detail how a key individual, event, or idea is introduced, illustrated, and elaborated in a text, through examples or anecdotes. They will determine the meaning of words and phrases as they are used in a text, including figurative and cognitive meanings, analyze the impact of a specific word choice on meaning and tone. They will determine a theme or central idea of a text and how it is conveyed through particular details, provide a summary of the text distinct from personal opinions and judgments. They will analyze how a particular sentence, paragraph, chapter, or selection fits into the overall structure of a text and contributes to the development of the ideas. They will also analyze the use of text features such as graphics, headers, captions, etc. in popular media. They will explain how an author develops the point of view of the narrator or speaker in a text. As for the writing standards, students will write arguments to support claims with clear reasons and relevant evidence. They will engage and orient the reader by establishing a context and introducing a narrator and/or characters. They will organize an event sequence that unfolds naturally and logically. Students will support claims and organize the reasons and relevant evidence, citing credible sources and demonstrating an understanding of the topic or text. They will use words, phrases, and clauses to clarify the relationships among claims and reasons. Students will also provide a concluding statement or section that follows from the argument presented. They will also write informative or explanatory texts to examine a topic and convey ideas, concepts, and information through the selection, organization, and analysis of relevant content. They will introduce the topic or thesis statement, organize ideas, concepts, and information using strategies such as definition, classification, comparison and contrast, and cause and effect, including formatting, headings, graphics, charts or tables, and multimedia when useful to aiding comprehension. Students will develop the topic with relevant facts, definitions, concrete details, quotations, or other information and examples. They will use appropriate transitions to clarify the relationships among ideas and concepts. As we all know, Christine Levine is the author of the novel. What the students will be doing is creating a fake book account. Just one-page description of how they see her, after complete research and analysis of her behind closed doors. And through the reading of the text, they will have to find an insight into how she really thinks. Same, but definitely not equal. That is the theme of the novel. The students will be working with technology in multiple different ways, from e-newspapers online creations of their own newspaper headings and headlines to present to the class. They will also be working with blogging, just like online journaling, but this way they will work in their groups and communicate in our own classroom blogging network. This is when students will test their digital citizenship, working with their groups on an online network of communication regarding the book, how they feel about it, and maybe comparing it with their other groups to see how each other communicate and have responses with one another, not face-to-face, but actually online. The students will be working with online journaling, very similar to blogging, but in this sense, they will be taking an intrapersonal perspective on how they feel when reading each chapter. Within their groups, they will be able to read each other's personal accounts and comment on them. We have here an example of eNotes. They will be working also with Notes Anytime or Notability, and they will be creating their own notes on the chapters as they are reading through them to present to the class. For the technology standards part of the project, the students will do the following. There's creative and innovative. The students will demonstrate creative thinking, construct knowledge, and develop innovative products and processing using technology. They will be applying existing knowledge to generate new ideas, products, or processes. They will create original works as a means of personal or group expression. For communication and collaboration, the students use digital media and environments to communicate and work collaboratively, including at a distance, to support individual learning and contribute to learning of others. They will interact, collaborate, and publish with peers, experts, or other employing a variety of digital environments and media. They will communicate information and ideas effectively to multiple audiences using a variety of media and formats. They will contribute to project teams to produce original works or solve problems. Students will also research and use information fluency. Students apply digital tools to gather, evaluate, and use information. They plan strategies to guide and query. They will also locate, organize, analyze, evaluate, synthesize, and ethically use information from a variety of sources and media. They will evaluate and select information sources and digital tools based on appropriateness to specific tasks. The main point is to have my students understand that it's not about in what environment the students learn in or when they learn it, but how they learn it. And throughout this project, the students will have multiple resources, tools, and materials to learn in a way they never thought possible.